All right. So here we are once again with Unity, and the update has been released, I think like an hour ago or so. And I just want to make that video to sort of hopefully end the saga of Unity. I know I've only done one video like specifically talking about it. I didn't want to farm the drama in this instance here at least. And the open letter, first of all, I am tentatively positively excited about it. Now, let's just like take a look at what it says. So this is from Mark Witten, and first of all, he says, I am sorry that this is a very big thing coming, but all right. So basically, after the feedback they have gotten, they are doing the following. The following that they're doing is the personal plan will remain free, and there will be no runtime fees for games built on the personal plan. So that is, first of all, absolutely spectacular. I think that that is absolutely amazing, and I think that that is very good. So if this is enshrined somewhere in the terms, I'm okay with that. Next point, they're increasing the cap from 100k to 200k. That was the one thing that was actually good in the changes that we had before. And now here comes the craziest thing. We'll remove the requirement to use the Made with Unity splash screen. That is absolutely huge news. The reason why this is so big is because no wonder Unity has such a bad rap in the gaming scene, right? Like from the gamer's perspective, because all of the splash screens are always only seen on the quote-unquote bad games, let's say, on the games that are built with personal, where the developers weren't able to actually remove the screen. And now removing the screen for everyone, if they so choose, would be absolutely freaking fantastic. I think that that might, you know, over the course of, a couple of years, that might turn the tide on how gamers view Unity. Possibly, who knows? We'll see. And also, no game with less than $1 million in trailing 12-month revenue will be subject to a fee. So basically, it's a similar idea that Unreal has in this case. And also, they are making changes. The changes are as follows. This is absolutely huge. The runtime fee will only apply beginning with the next LTS version shipping in 2024 and beyond, meaning that the current version, which is Unity 2022 LTS 0.3 here in this case, which is going to be updated up until mid-2025, is safe. And just to make this clear, just because it doesn't update mid-2025 anymore, you can still use it, right? Like, that's a huge thing that you have to keep in mind. If there's a bug in the engine, they just won't fix it anymore. So that's really the only thing. So that is a huge W in my opinion as well. Basically, you can, without an issue, finish your current projects or even start a current project as long as it's in LTS 2022.3. You should be good to go. And then next point onwards. This is huge as well. We will make sure that you can stay on the terms applicable for the version that you are using. So basically, it's the same way that Unreal does it. If you don't want to use new terms, you can stick with the current version and bam, it is done. It is fine. This is a great thing as long as this is properly enshrined in a EULA or the terms of service. This is basically a complete reversal of what they've done, including the sort of going behind everyone's back and changing the GitHub repository where the terms of service are tracked and all of that stuff. This would be a complete reversal for that. And then lastly, and you probably have already seen it, games that are subject to the runtime fee, you have a choice, which is awesome. You can either take a 2.5% revenue share calculated on the number of people engaging with your game each month. Now, this is kind of weird, right? Or the calculated amount based on the number of new people engaging with your game each month. So they changed their language here a little bit. I find that interesting. So I don't 100% what they mean with the number of new people engaging with your game each month. I guess that's just, maybe this install thing has been a little bit tainted, so they changed their language here. But interestingly enough, either of those numbers are self-reported from the data you already have available. You will be billed the lesser amount. That is pretty freaking good. So basically, they've made a cap of 2.5%, which is better than Unreal's 5%. And with a runtime fee, you might even pay way less. As you've probably seen some of the calculations out there, right? Some of the calculations were like, for some people, it would have been like 0.1%, 0.5%. So basically, the lower number prevails. That is very good. Yeah, and then also there is a fireside chat over here, which I highly recommend you watch. Basically, that's going to be linked right here. So you can see, there you go. That is on Jason Wyman's channel. Highly recommend to basically check that out. I mean, for me, it happens in 102 minutes. If you're watching this in the future, I guess you can watch the recording of that. It's very, very interesting. There are also some details right here. So that is the summary over here once again. And it is, I would say overall, first of all, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of trust that has to be brought back here, okay? This is not just a, oh, we forgive you. No. Don't get it twisted. But this is at least the right direction, okay? This is absolutely the right direction. If this is positively enshrined in the TOS, if all of this is positively enshrined in the TOS, I am very happy with the fact that they have listened to the community, listened to the absolute incredible like backlash that they received, rightfully so, by the way. And you can see once again, right, Unity and Plus plans, the runtime fee does not apply. They only apply to the Pro and the Enterprise version. And also, if I understand it correctly, Plus has been moved to like 200K. So in here now it says there's 1 million initial engagements, as I said. So they basically changed it. So this would probably mean in like first time downloads or something like that, which would be, I think, a better metric than installs. Yeah, so overall, this is a huge W. So the final question is, what does this mean for this channel? Well, what it means is that, first of all, I will continue the Unity Dev Tries First Look at series. Next videos are already planned for next week. Monday and Tuesday are already done. So that's going to be very interesting indeed. We're going to take a look at Game Maker. It's going to be, I'm telling you, it's very, very interesting in my opinion. And I will keep the Unity tutorials currently as an hiatus. I'm not going to continue with them for the time being. They might come back at some point, but at this point, I don't want to interrupt the First Looking at series. We're going to see how this basically goes, and then maybe at some point I do decide to go back on the Unity tutorials. I might also do tutorials on other engines. Who knows? It's all up in the air. It's a great unknown out there. But for now, I will give a thumbs up for the update over here. I fully understand if you're like, you know what, I still don't want to ever see Unity again. I fully support your decision on that. I think that that's absolutely fine. This, however, makes me at least less grossed out to open Unity, because I actually have not opened Unity since the update like last week, because I just wasn't able to do it. Now I feel a little bit better. Maybe looking at it once again, it might be kind of weird, but yeah, I think that this update is huge. I think it's good. I think there's still a bunch of work to be done, and basically this needs to be like ironclad in their TOS, that this is like enshrined and is like immovable. Like there's no ever changing this. And then I guess, you know, most people are just going to stick with 2022.3 LTS over here, and everyone's going to be hopefully, I mean, more or less happy. Yeah. That's the update. That's the thing. And yeah, if you're interested in me trying out a bunch of engines, that's going to be happening over the next weeks, months. I mean, who knows, years? Who knows what's going to happen? Definitely appreciate if you subscribe if you want to join the journey. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this video right here. And hopefully see you in the next one. So yeah.